Hi guys, how you doing? It's Mark, the Bowlerhat Farmer. We are in Scotland at the minute, and the highlight of our tour for me has been working our way up to Perth to see the Good Food Project, who we've had the pleasure of knowing now for over a year, promoting them and working with them and visiting them at the Barbara O'Neill event we went to in Cheshire. And we are finally in Perth today to come and see them and to look at what they're doing to grow and develop the business for good quality organic food direct to you, the public. So, Steve, Jane, who we have now come to see. So, guys, thank you so much for what you've done for us to be able to do this tour, because obviously you kindly donated a rather large sum of food for us to get round on this tour, which has been great. And we've enjoyed that. We've now, we've obviously been to the Barbara O'Neill events. You push those quite heavily. You've done so much, in my opinion, for the food revolution, what is happening across the country. And now we've got to finally come to Perth and see what you're actually doing on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you for coming. Thanks for coming. We've been here for 3 years. You've now seen our operation here. We've got 3 units. It's been a unit a year that we've taken on, so you're about to come in and join us. So yeah, we set up 3 years ago because, well, we were concerned like you about the control that these corporations have over our food supply and the attack on the farmers. So we just wanted to do something about it, like you, and give people an alternative to the mainstream supermarkets. So yeah, we got started 3 years ago, and it's been a bit of a journey, hasn't it?
Do you want to go in and have a look?
absolutely. Show us the goodies.
All right. It's like that who lives behind this store, isn't it?
Now, obviously,
This is a packing area, so we box things here.
So this is our this unit we just acquired in May. So this is our 3rd unit, and we wanted to we needed more space because we've got more customers joining us, we've got more stock, so we needed this space to be more organized. So this is where all the stock is kept, so the deliveries arrive in here.
You can move things about, pack it, unpack it, check it as it comes in, and then get it onto the shelves for picking.
now I'm conscious that on walking round, the one thing I've noticed is that there is a small percentage of fruit, veg, meat, dairy involved in this. It's, for me, a supermarket under one roof that offers a full selection of organic products, produce, as well as, because obviously we travel the country. I've been involved for years in, putting together box schemes and, farm shops and things, but the customers always have the same niggle in the back of their head that they still need to go to a supermarket to pick up the bleach, the toilet paper, whatever it might be. And that's probably 80% of our shop, that section. So you've taken the approach to put that whole spectrum together so people have no excuse, but to actually, they can change their entire shopping habits.
We felt you had to compete against the solo supermarkets. You need to be able to offer a supermarket type shop. And that's how you can buy your toothpaste here, your shampoos, soaps, all your sanitary stuff, Jane, all your toilet papers, your pastas, your rices, all of that kind of stuff. That's what people buy when they go shopping. That's what they fill their trolleys with. We've got the fruit and veg, we've got the meat, but we don't buy it in speculatively. We meat or fruit and veg at the end of the week, every bit of it's gone. If we need 500 bananas, we order in 500 bananas. We're not, who can guess how many bananas your customers are going to eat? That's what the supermarkets do. Can you hear me?
Oh,
yeah, that's fine. They'll pick it up.
And that's what the supermarkets do. They order in hope that they've got enough for the people who walk in. That they would change their model overnight if they could. Yeah. And are changing.
And are changed. The supermarket model will change.
People will order their food in advance. You go to your supermarket, how many organic watermelons are they going to have? Hoping that Joe Bloggs walks in and takes one on the fancy. They can't afford to buy in 300 or 400 in the hope, so they don't buy in any. And that's why for the perishable stuff, you're going to go in and you're messing about with black bananas. Try to find some organic bananas, but they're by their sell by date. They're not looking too good because they couldn't order in enough of them because they don't want them to go to waste. If you want 500 bananas from us, we bring in 500 bananas, and that's the different model. Same with the meat as well. We're not left with any meat at the end of a week. This stuff we put in stock, Jenny.
Well, we kind of,
We should look at maybe some of the things that we've got.
Well, that just-in-time management system, it helps to reduce waste, but also helps to keep costs down. And if we can keep our costs down, then we can pass those savings on to our customers, because one of the main aims, as everyone knows, organic food is more expensive than non-organic. It shouldn't be, but it is. So our other main aim when starting up is to make it affordable for everyone, because everyone should be able to eat healthily. Our main objective is to get organic prices as low as possible. So if we can have this just-in-time management system where we don't need the space to hold the stock that sits there for months, and then we don't have the wastage because then it goes out of date, we can pass those savings on in the form of lower prices to our customers and make it more affordable. And we'll also sell them, as well as selling them in just single packs of rice or single tins of soup, we also offer the ability for them to order in cases, so they can buy a case of 12 tins of chopped tomatoes or a case of 6 bags of porridge oats.
We've got in there, haven't we, different cases. And
that's a lot.
Cases, it's surprising how many people will buy.
Yeah.
Well, there's savings there, isn't there? So they can buy
milk, chopped tomatoes. It's all the things you're going to use very often
with a long shelf life, with a long shelf life as well. So anyone who wants to keep a little store for the future, then they can stock up on that. Or if they want to amalgamate their shopping with a friend or a family member, then they can say, okay, well, let's get this case and then we'll split it in half and make the savings there.
We might currently be, if you buy in bulk from us, like cases of tomatoes, we might be 10% more expensive than the supermarket's own brand organic, but it's 20, 30, 40% tastier, and it's us, not them.
I was going to say, yeah.
So is it worth that extra? You want to give it to Tesco? They're going to be there. They're going to, because they want to feed you forever from cradle to grave type thing. Or do you pay a bit more? Your family will taste the difference. You're going to like it better. Beans is a good example, Jamie. We often use that. You look at the rating on some of Tesco's organic beans as a starting point. The real cost, like people saying they're like bullets, but they're £1. We might be £1.15 or something like that. Infinitely better.
But we are cheaper.
I grew up on toast and beans.
Toast
beans was a meal.
As did we.
Nothing wrong with going back to that for your family, because it's I had toast and beans the other night. My alternative might have been phoning a Just Eat curry.
Yeah.
Non-organic, seed oils, bloated at the end of it, not feeling good. That toast and beans was tastier. Cost me £1.50 as opposed to 15, 16 quid.
And then people moan they haven't got enough money to buy good quality food.
I can't afford organic. You can't afford organic toast and beans.
Yeah.
People are fasting as well. It's coming into the diet.
Yeah.
Good. You're going to do a bit of fasting, you can definitely afford organic. You want to start cooking your own, you can definitely afford organic. You want to stop buying takeaways, you can definitely afford organic. Buy in bulk, you can definitely afford organic. Don't say you can't afford organic because you haven't tried.
Well, I think that the supermarkets and the media have led everybody to believe through clever marketing that they cannot afford organic. They've made it on the assumption that it's a dearer product and that to get good quality you've got to pay more money, which is nonsense.
Just need to make
stop buying all the other trash what goes with it when you go to the supermarket. What I love about your concept is if I go on the website and I place an order, I buy what I want. If I go in a supermarket, I buy what I need. The difference is colossal, because for me, if we're going to supermarket, what's the first thing, especially if you've got kids, you walk in, you go down and the kids are putting stuff in what they want, and they go and pick up the sweets and the crisps and the fizzy drink and all the other shite they shouldn't be having anyway.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what, from my side, I see as this being the solution. When people say to me, "Oh, I can't afford organic," you can, but just buy what you should be buying. Take out all the other rubbish you've got in your diet.
And don't be encouraged by the 3 for 2 offer of the products that you don't even want.
There's
or
no
need
such
anyway.
thing.
Yeah.
It's just a nonsense, isn't it? So yeah.
Yeah.
So have we look at some of the things that people can buy, Jenny? We'll kind of walk you around that, Jen.
Yeah, so on here, as you'll see, this is on here you'll see a lot of personal care products. Now we stock Faith in Nature and minimal products, cleaning and personal care. Now the thing about buying them in these 5-litre cans is that will save you money in the long term. So you could buy a 5-litre can, get the Pelican pump to stick in there, and then decant it into the smaller bottles to use on a daily basis. And if you think about it, how often do we run out of these products and then you say, oh, right, okay, we've got to go to the supermarket. And then when you're at the supermarket, then you buy a whole ton of other stuff that you don't need. So not only are you saving in terms of the actual product, you're saving time going to the supermarket, refilling your shelf, refilling your bottles, and you're also saving on not buying the products that you're encouraged to buy.
And the amount of plastic waste, because that is one of the things which we've noticed, especially since we've been on tour, is we were on a site the other day and we were there for nearly a week. And by the time we'd finished, we had enough waste to fill a carrier bag.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, if we'd have been at home with packaging and everything else years ago, we'd have filled a bin bag a day.
Yeah.
So we've really been conscious about trying to reduce our waste down. And again, the bulk side, that's what allows you to do that, doesn't it?
And we've got good deals. So we bundle these things together. For instance, shampoo, conditioner and body wash, we bundle them together and offer extra discount for that, because we are so committed to making our shop as affordable as possible, and at least the cheapest in terms of in the organic market and the eco-friendly market. So that's a real objective of ours, and that can only be achieved if from a numbers objective. So the more people that shop with us, the more the greater our purchasing power, and with that purchasing power we can negotiate bigger discounts with our suppliers, and we will always, whatever savings that we make on our wholesale prices, we will always pass those on to our retail prices to our customers.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I noticed as we've travelled around the country, Jane, that we've come across lots of people who are running very small organisations of this kind that are kind of in the position that they are setting up box schemes, they're setting up small hubs, whatever it is. And it kind of feels to me, and I know we've had this conversation today, that we kind of need to bring all those people under one roof for buying power, because that would, we're all up against it at the moment of, oh yeah, but it's dear because of this. That power sits within us. Now, the reason that things are dearer is because the sheer amount of admin what's involved for these big companies in picking and packing one case of something to send here, one case of something to send there, where that discount is available if we could all collectively buy together. So I kind of see, for me on my, on this Talks and Tour, that's kind of feels the next progressive step for all of us to come together. Yeah. And, potentially you guys have obviously got this all in place. Could you then potentially offer a solution to smaller people with hubs and places like that?
Absolutely. I mean, that again has also been one of our main objectives. So we set up here in Perth, and we set up from a standing start, actually with no knowledge. Steve or I hadn't been in this industry at all. But we started from a standing start, and our objective for this was always to get this depot right, get the stock that we want to stock, build the relationship with all our suppliers, and get our pricing and all our processes right. And once we had that all flowing how we want it, then we want to roll it out across the country. And we don't have that firm kind of business model, or we don't have the model of how that would look, but we've been talking and we've got really similar ideas of how we want to see this alternative supermarket or this alternative food supply network looking. In fact, they're almost identical, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
I think what's come out of this tour for us, certainly, as we've been travelling around, is that a lot of people are looking for a new solution. And it's taken thousands of years to get to where we are with the supermarkets. And we're trying to come up with a solution inside 3 to 5 years. That's going to take time. We're seeing people like yourself popping up that a new system is starting to form, and you know, we've now just got to kind of congeal that all together, and I think that's where we all come to play.
Yeah. So. Well, the will is there. the will is there. The desire and the enthusiasm. No one likes going to the supermarket. It's soulless. You know, you walk around the aisle and
zombies.
That zombie dance with everyone else, and no one smiles, no one talks to each other. Whereas when people come in here, it's a lovely conversation. We get to know about them. People phone us, call us up, and we've gotten to know all our customers. They're
but that's
very personal.
What we actually as human beings need, isn't it? Okay, show us some more.
All right, okay, so we've done here, but let's start over here. So we've kind of divided it all into sections. So you'll see we've got this shelf, which is full of all your condiments, like your ketchup and Worcester sauce and mayonnaise and mustards. Now, most of these you can buy singly, but all of these you can buy singly, but a lot of them you can also buy in cases. So that helps keeps the price down for you. And as I say, you can buy with your friends and family to divide that up. And then we've got this. And then we've got this range from Bayona, all their range of tinned beans and pulses, which are super popular. They're very popular. And again, we sell them individually and in cases on our pre-order section. So
there is am I right to understand that on the tin side, there really isn't anything you don't sell that a supermarket does?
No.
Okay. No. So really, because this is one of my beefs, that when I stand up at a meeting and ask the question to especially a very awake audience, let's say, is there anyone in the room that uses a supermarket, and over 50% of the hands go up, it pisses me right off.
I know, it's
because
so frustrating.
And people will say, oh yeah, but there's no alternative. Now there is, whether people don't know about the alternatives fully. I certainly didn't understand just how much stuff you did. It wasn't, until we bought some stuff recently on the site through the vouchers and that, I started to understand just coconut juice and, all these different things. So for me, what I really wanted to get out of coming here is to really get into people's heads that non-necessity to go to a supermarket and really explain to them just how huge your selection is. Because, people go in the supermarket, they get lost in all the razzmatazz of all the packaging and, and all the pretty prices and labels on the shelves that nobody looks at or understands anyway. And we need to get away from that, in my opinion, and get back to just food.
Yeah, and you don't need 10 brands of cannellini beans. So we've got our favorite brands that we deal with. And that's the other thing that's our main policy, is that we will never support brands or stock brands who have any connection to any corporation. Even because, some brands even have a 1% ownership by all these BlackRock and Vanguard corporations. So it is our policy, before we stock any brand, we will research it, make sure it's totally independent of them. And we want to support the small independent family or small run businesses. So that's our main policy. We're totally out of that system.
Cool. So what else have you got then?
Because so down here, so onwards.
I've got to just cover, I noticed on the toothpaste, because we got some of these at the Barbara O'Neill event, and we've had the pleasure of using, and we're down to that's something we need to get while we're here, isn't it? We've been using this and noted, no fluoride, and we've been on this this journey, Gloria and I, to look at how we can remove the amount of chemicals that we intake. And dramatically, when you start looking at what you eat, what you wash in, what you wash your clothes in, everything what we do is chemical. If you're not careful. So we've been consciously on this journey this year to kind of eliminate all this and to really understand. So
yeah, it's reducing your toxic load on every level, not just food, but personal care, which mainstream is just loaded with toxic chemicals that are designed not to support your good health. So yeah, we've got these 2 range of toothpaste here, which are all fluoride free. And then we've got deodorants as well, which are free of the aluminium. It's a really lovely little, it's Australian brand actually, Mugu, and they're a small independent business. And then Cheeky Panda, we've got a range of facial wipes, and we also do their toilet tissues and kitchen roll. And again, and here's some baby wipes as well. And all of these you can also buy in cases, because especially baby wipes, you go through loads of those. And that's a way to keep the cost down on that as well. So yeah, and then sanitary products for the women as well. So I might want to not have that. So down here, so we've also got these cooking sauces. Now, Mr. Organic, they're a really lovely brand. They get all their tomatoes come from Puglia in Italy.
Yeah.
3 brothers own it, so they've got a really lovely range of products. So this is some nice cooking sauces that you can add to your pastas, and then they've got some vegetarian ones here, and we've got a great range of spelt pasta from Bayona. So we've got noodles and penne, fusilli, spaghetti, lasagna, and then there's a gluten-free range down here of pasta. What else do we have? And then on this side, this is all our other pastas. Again, it's Mr. Organic. So we've got the white pasta on this shelf, and then the whole wheat on this shelf, and as well as filled pastas, tortellinis, and on that, and then the lasagna sheets down there.
Okay, so we don't make this video too long, so I'm conscious we're already 22 minutes, and there's just so much here for us to go around. So
I think actually the nice thing, the ones that would be nice to mention are the essential range, because that's all seeds, nuts, and fruit, which people are quite interested to.
And there's just you've kind of got everything.
We have got, as you say, it was our objective to create the right alternative to the supermarkets, and that's what we've done. Done our research and trawled the aisles of the mainstream supermarkets, and really kind of copied the products that they stock, but just different brands.
So on things like, I noticed as we're walking around, you've got honeys, you've got tea bags, there really is, and I'm going to be blunt here to people, there really is no reason to be going to a supermarket, is there? Because, we got 80,000 followers and 80,000 people that have all expressed an interest in wanting to live better, eat better. And I'm kind of at the point of kind of almost done with the talking, and just really want to say to people, look, if you genuinely want to make a difference, sort yourself out and find a different solution. Because, people's excuses, I can't afford it. We've covered that. I don't know where to go. We've covered that. Just go to the website, and order the damn stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess my frustration as we've gone on this journey is the fact that, the truth movement as a whole, sorry guys, likes to give it a good talk but doesn't want to back it up. And I feel disappointed in that, because when you think that we are kind of the last section of the population that is going to do anything about saving the bloody rest of the population, there kind of needs to be a step up. And I kind of think that's where we are at that point now.
Absolutely. And this is not a difficult change. It's just all about making small changes to your shopping habits. I know supermarkets have got us on convenience and price at the moment, but we have made this as convenient as possible. You don't need to get in the car. You don't need to go to your supermarket. All you need to do is to get on the website, go through all our aisles, our aisles
Visual
on
art,
the website,
yeah.
and make your shop. We do all the picking, we do all the packing, and we do the delivering.
Yeah.
It could not be any easier. So if we want to see the change, if we want to see change, we've got to be the change.
Absolutely.
And, you know, if we can harness the potential of our collecting purchasing power, we can facilitate the biggest transfer of wealth from those corporations back up to the farmers, the small food producers, the local communities, the retailer, the small retailers. That's how change happens.
Yeah,
The time for
100%.
apathy is over. It's got to be action, and this is easy as protest.
And I don't know your thoughts on this, but my thoughts are that as we're down to a very limited time frame now of what's coming with the food supply chain.
Out. Yeah, it's
and
out.
My thought is that, and people don't like it when I put the fear factor into this, but the reality is, my belief is that this winter the food supply falls over, and if you haven't already built a relationship as a member of the public with a farmer, grower, producer, someone like yourself at the Good Food Project, if you haven't got that in place already, I think people are going to start to struggle to find good quality food.
Yeah.
Or any food.
Yeah.
I have to say. So, I think, like I say, now the time is upon us. Now, next door.
Yes.
I notice there's a huge range of cleaning and personal care and all of this side.
So this is a minimal brand, and they're a husband and wife team based in Yorkshire, and they have created an amazing range of cleaning and personal care products, which are available in 5-litre sizes. So they're available in 5-litre sizes and in the smaller size. So again, that's another way to create your own refillery at home, save yourself money, save yourself time. You just decant, you just keep them in your shed or your garage, or and just decant into the smaller bottles for everyday use. So that's that. And then we've got these cheeky panda boxes of toilet tissue as well. That's another area where they use chemicals to attack our health. And so these are all chemical.
So this is bamboo.
Yeah, so it's made from bamboo.
And it's just tissue. Just toilet tissue.
Just regular toilet tissue, and but without the bleach and the chemicals that cause harm to your body. And so they'll last you for a very long time.
Wow.
And this is our pre-order shelf so this is all people that have ordered in bulk. So you'll see here someone's ordered a box of deluxe muesli, 6 bags of 500 grams, or you can buy this 5-kilo bag of porridge oats here. You've got 2-kilo bags of walnuts. You've got cases of tart cherry juice. There's really nothing that you can't buy in bulk that you can in singles that you can buy in bulk, and that's just another way to keep your shopping.
And I'm conscious that just to make a point, while we've got all the grocery side, you still offer a full selection of fruit and veg, full selection of meat, dairy, and everything else. Okay, so one question: what's the website address?
It is it's www.goodfoodproject.co.uk. And on there you'll find the full range of products. We use Parcel Force and Royal Mail to ship all across the UK, next day service. So
now, while we're here,
and
I can't help but think that because of the powers of social media, that they've been kind of shadow banning the amount of information we can get out these days. You have a very big project coming up in Scotland.
We do.
We have Barbara and Neil coming back to the UK, and tickets are still available for that?
They are still available. So it is 22nd to the 27th of... It's 27th to the 22nd to 27th of September in Crieff and over in Turnberry. And we've got Barbara O'Neill and other guest speakers there. There's in-person tickets still available, and there's also virtual tickets. So for those who can't make it in person, you can sit at home in your comfort of your own chair and watch it online live. And then after that, you'll get the recordings to keep afterwards to view at your leisure.
Fantastic.
So yeah, they're still available.
And they're available at the websites. People can do that now.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, we've covered what's here. You know the website. It's now down to you guys to make a difference in your home, where you spend your money. I cannot emphasize the amount of this that you really need to stop sending to supermarkets, because every time you spend this with them, you take it away from a farmer, small grower, family producers, and that's who we need to be supporting. Guys, big love to you all. See you soon.
Thank you.